the old comparison. I feel at the moment, there's lot of that going on too. Like I feel like I've never had to compare so many quotes. I'm helping my team out a lot doing that, and it's always interesting to sort of see the end outcome because often people are either just comparing a floor plan or they're comparing the price,
Mm.
but they're not comparing, as you say, apples to apples. So, hopefully this episode will help you identify the things you need to look at so that you can, understand what are you really getting. And that's probably the end outcome is what are you really getting and what is it that you really want? What's important to you? We often talk about, the wants and the needs. This is part of that process also really is to make sure that your wants and needs are covered. And if you've got both covered, fantastic. But if you're short on some with a builder, but you're getting in with another, well, it probably leans your decision towards that builder, or it could be sheer price, in which case, in the end, someone will probably be cheaper than the other. So,
Yeah.
it's you deciding at that point what's the best. It's like a recipe, isn't it? It's like putting the eggs in and the flour in and coming up and baking up a cake, which is the cake you'd rather bake, which
Yeah.
is the home you'd rather live in. So,
True, and you just gave a pretty good example before we hit the record button of a Jetstar and a Qantas, and there's nothing wrong with either. That they service different markets and they're priced accordingly. So one includes all the goodies and costs a bit more, and for people who like, I'm happy to bring my own lunch or things like that. They go, I'll save some money on the flight. So neither are wrong, and that's what this is about: is trying to get you to understand what's right for you and give you guys the tools to review these as best you can. So as far as the part of the process we're talking about, so let's assume you've been out there, you've done the fun stuff, you've done what we call perception mode, seen the pretty things, and now you're ready to move into the reality mode, and that's where you're sitting down with builders. You're seeking some quotes based on the plans and the sizes and the budget that you've got pre-established from a finance broker. That's the part we're talking about. So when you're getting into that nitty gritty, getting one or two or three quotes, this is what you generally can do next. Okay, so I suppose number one, Darren, truth be told, if you want to compare quotes properly, just give it to the builder's sales consultant and they'll do it for you.